Check everything out and be in touch. Message me through here, Twitter. Get up with me. It's going to be a phone number, an email, and we can talk about any subject, stocks, crypto, what we need to in business. Let's go. So OCTO, this stock has made moves a couple different times. Former runner, as you guys know, I love those plays. Now, this is just crazy right here. And don't get me wrong, the past year or two, we have seen some crazy runners, but this is insane right here. This stock went from $3 to $83, right? So to put that in perspective, nobody's holding through that whole range. There is some people who they start gambling, in my opinion, by holding it. But if you think about that, that's like putting 3,000 in. Now you have 83,000, right? Or, yeah, 3,000, or you put 30, now you have 830,000. Some people got destroyed shorting this stock, right? And again, I don't know anybody who's gonna hold that long through that, because at the end of the day, if you do that, you're just guessing. Nobody knows it's gonna go to 83. Nobody, right? But just the overall meat of the move, you had right here, it went from 13 to 50. Right here, it went from 35 to 80. Now, again, there's people who are buying up in these highs. There's people who are short, and that's all this action in here, all this volume. It's insane. And again, I would say this is rare, but I've seen it before. I've seen multiple stocks do this. It's not often, it's not every day. Most of the time, it's not every month. But I wouldn't be surprised again if we see something that moves like this. We saw SBET. Let me pull that up real quick. Because I saw people talking on Twitter like this never happens, right? But then if you go back here in May, look what this stock did. 10 to 124. It's the same thing, right? And that's what I never get. These people have short-term memory loss. Like, this doesn't happen. It does. It's just rare. And again, to catch it and to ride it, because this day it actually went up to 84, I believe. That's going to be rare. That's going to be risky, right? No matter if you see it go thousands of percent, that's still risky, because you can't bank on that. You can't quote unquote predict that to happen, right? But the momentum's there. That's my point in that, right? Let me get back on this daily. So this is literally today. I don't know when I'm gonna edit this video. And again, to be transparent, I'm not advising anybody to buy it now. It's way overextended. I'm not telling anybody to short, right? You had good shorts in here, you had good longs in here, but you're getting destroyed. These people who come in and they try to short it off the gate, I understand. Fundamentally, quote unquote, I do understand going for the short as it, runs up here towards $25. Like, why would it keep going when it started at 3? Let's just pull up the percentage on that. I don't have the calculator up. Oh, here it is. There we go. So this is saying it went up 2,700%. I saw intraday, and I'll tag that in here along in this video, as it was going up. I believe it said at one point it was up 4,000%. Now, I could be wrong. Calculating these sometimes gets weird, because who's to say where it came from? It came early in the morning. Yeah, it was up in 20, but it really came from back in the 3s, right? That's a big deal. That's already 1,000% right there, almost, or whatever that ends up being. So as you see, news, they announced a private placement with these cryptos. Now, we've seen UPIX, I believe it was. So many tickers I can name. This has been the catalyst. They're getting these crypto private placements, and companies that they're gonna buy all this crypto supposedly, and all this BS. Which, as you see, I would have been buying this stock, but I'm still saying it's BS. The same thing a short seller is gonna say. It is BS, right? 250 million to buy. They're buying cryptos that some of them are down. Let's see. I think this was the buy Solana. Let's even see where Solana's at. Disclaimer, I'm holding some Solana, right? But Solana's even down. It's going up since let me see. Let's see where its all-time highs were. 295. So it's down, what's that, 30% off its all-time high. Could it keep going? I believe it will. That's why I'm holding some. But to buy $250 million of it, come on. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, these stocks move off of news like that. And what a lot of these people are thinking is it's BS. So, all right, let's just short it. Problem is, if you don't have millions in your account and you just keep holding it, or you just, the transparent people on Twitter that they short here, they short here, they short here, you're getting ripped all these times and you're getting killed for 20-30%, right? You get ripped 3 times for 20%. Look what you just lost, right? And again, I get it. I get the fundamental aspect of it. But I mean, you're playing with fire, right? You know the old saying, you play with fire, you're going to get burnt. Because a few of these, like the past, month and a half, 2 months, right? That catalyst kind of died down. And we saw a lot of these just go up and drop. AMIX, I believe it was. This was one of them. Let's see. I'm assuming it was here. Nah. 9-3. I don't know. Somewhere around here, this had the same news and it just dropped. Right? There's a lot of them. But there's a lot of them that caught too. So yeah, would I be super bullish on this? I can't really get into that because, you know, that's more or less some strategy that I already do it every day, but I'm not really putting that fully out here on YouTube. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's safe to short. Again, would I be longing up here in the 50s and the 60s? I wouldn't. Just being transparent. Would I be holding it up here till it hits 80? Nah, I wouldn't, you know? But at the same time, you had moves on this. You had clear moves. This is a crazy outlier, right? And again, we could see something like, let's pull up just do this. You could see something like this. You know, it runs up tomorrow, back up to 60, crashes. It might crash from here. It's a whole bunch of things that could happen, right? Right now, it's dangerous unless you know what you're really doing, just to be real. But I mean, this is a crazy, crazy, crazy move. Again, even if you had, let's say, just 15K in there and it runs up to 56K, that's a move right there. That's a life-changing move for a lot of people, right? That's 40K is a yearly salary in the U.S. for a lot of people. If you average it out, most people in the U.S. median income, I don't know, we could say, let's look it up over here. In 2023 it was 54,000. So, you know, pretty much a yearly salary in one day, give or take a few. It's wild. Crazy move, crazy catalyst. Let's check Bitcoin and see if crypto is even going wild right now. I mean, it's off its highs. Nothing crazy happened today. But look at this. And this is why I love this asset class, because okay, we get let's just call it a 2,500% move. Whereas though a lot of people, they say crypto's crazy. I used to think that too. Crypto is crazy. Crypto runs, it does its thing. Let's see though. The 2,500% move in one day. This is one day. But it took Bitcoin see, it doesn't go back all the way. You know, Bitcoin was at cents at some point. But let's just say when it went from 100 It's not even gonna show it. Wow, look at that top right there. That's a good show of technicals. Look at that top right there. This is something I can't make up. This is real time. You see, this is 4 years ago. Look at that drastic drop. And now we're back up near all-time highs. But at the end of the day, it took years. This stock took one day to do something that Bitcoin took years to do. Years, like 6 years. That's crazy to me. Let's pull up one of my favorite stocks, Apple. Alright, so, and Apple did a lot of splits and everything like that, but let's just look at it. And Apple was, I mean, it's hard to tell because of all these splits, but let's just say Apple took 10 years, 15 years to do what this stock did in one day, right? One day. That's the power of these penny stocks. So just stay tuned. I'm going to be dropping videos as much as I can. I'm doing 3-4 videos right now just because I got a little time on my hands, but a lot of times it's hard because I'm really in the field with these stocks every day. I'm really playing them day by day, so it's hard to get off hours later and drop videos and go back and forth over these stocks. But power to the people that do. Shout out to some of the gurus that really do and put in work for y'all. Like, it's a lot of free good education on YouTube. You got to be careful. A lot of stuff is not, you know, I'll be real,